Good morning, friends, neighbors, countrymen. You have found the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show. It is the 4th of November, and good morning. Let's start off with the morning weather report. We've got Sky Viper coming in hot here in just a minute to give you traffic updates, construction, and whatnot. But this is going to be a wet week, looks like. Well, at least Monday is. We've got an 86% chance of rain today. 75 degrees, and it looks like Monday night shaping up to be 56 degrees. Moving through our week, Wednesday's pretty boring. 73 for a high, 54 for a low. Thursday, let's see, am I getting ahead of myself? Yeah, Tuesday, 66 for a high, 49 for a low. Okay, Wednesday, 73, 54 for a low. Thursday, more scattered thunderstorms right now on the schedule. On Thursday, we got 59%. 71 degrees for a high, 57 for a low, 64 degrees on Friday with a 51 degrees for a low, and 70% on the showers. And we got just a little bit of rain chance as we move into the weekend. I had a late night. We got in last night on American Airlines after some delays, but I got here to Hoppin', where we have been shooting the morning show for over a month now. And talking to Michael, the owner out here at Hoppin', he says this is the home for the Fort Worth Roots Morning Show. So until further notice, this is the place. And I want you guys to come check it out, give them some love. Michael and Holly, the owners out here, are great folks, but that's not what you need to worry about. You need to worry about the cheapest place in town to bring your friends and have some fun. They've got a great outdoor area. They've got board games. They've got Scrabble on the walls. They've got big old TV screens all over the place for your football watch parties, and 59 drafts on tap. They've got wine, THC seltzers, and beer. And tonight, Monday, is 25% off all taps for Industry Night. All right, moving into the news. Let's see how far we can get before Sky Viper, the Fort Worth Roots traffic helicopter, calls in. Okay, this isn't what we wanted. This happens every show. I have pop-ups and things. I need to find a way to streamline this. All right, today is National Day of Talk Money, All Saints Day, Color the World Orange Day, Constitution Day for the Dominican Republic, Flag Day in Panama, Job Action Day, can't say that, National Candy Day, National Chicken Lady Day. I wanted to check this one out. National Chicken Lady Day, November 4th. At first glance, National Chicken Lady Day on November 4th sounds like a food-related holiday, or perhaps a witty homepage homage to the character played by Mark McKinney on The Kids in the Hall. But it's not really related to either of those things. National Chicken Lady Day is named in honor of Dr. Tina Dupree. A businesswoman and motivational speaker, Dupree's inspiring story and successful business acumen led to a meeting with President George W. Bush. National Chicken Lady Day is meant to honor Dupree's efforts to raise educational standards in her community. All right, let's get that weather out of there. I'm excited for the rain. You guys got some while we were gone. Tell you a story about my weekend. We went out to, Charlotte. We flew into Charlotte, North Carolina, and we stayed in a place called Winston-Salem. It's a cool little community. Definitely put that on your list. But the reason that we were there is because we had scheduled plane tickets for Asheville, somewhere that we are interested in checking out. And as you know, shortly after we scheduled our flight, something terrible happened to Asheville. A hurricane down in the Gulf ended up bringing a ton of rain to that community. And we had hopes to reach out and talk to about half a dozen organizations, left voicemails and emails and things like that. But the fact is, they're overwhelmed with the work that they have ahead of them, and everybody that's calling to lend their support. So we weren't actually able to get a hold of anybody. But on the way back, and I would have recorded with this gentleman because we had the Tascam in the bag, but we were all exhausted. Our flight was delayed. His flight had been delayed, and we were on the shuttle going back to our cars. And so it just did not seem like the right time. We got about halfway to Asheville before we decided to turn around in our rental car because we just didn't know if we'd be underfoot, how it would be received, and we just had 1,000 questions that we didn't have answers to. So about 50 miles outside of Asheville, there are huge, beautiful 200-year-old trees that had been flipped over by the storm, and workers had gone along the highway and cut them back so that they wouldn't be blocking the roadway. But the trees are still down. They didn't worry about that. They said, we'll take care of that later. Anyway, we really want to help out any way that we can. So I'm going to continue to reach out to organizations that are taking donations for Asheville and the North Carolina area in response to the hurricane. So stay tuned for that. I need to do some more homework. I tried to look it up today, and you got to be really careful with all charity organizations. I don't know if you know this, but organizations, I'm not going to say their names out loud, but there are some really, really big ones that a lot of people donate to, and 98% of every dollar that you give them goes to administrative fees, someone's paycheck. So we don't want to do that. We want to find a good, solid organization that is going to directly aid the people up there in North Carolina. So I'll look into that, and I'll see if I can't get a hold of some people and point you in the right direction. Also, since we're on the subject, Oklahoma yesterday. Where is the story? Okay, let's just click on this. At least 100 homes damaged Sunday as tornadoes ripped through Oklahoma City. Let's see. Meteorologist. Nope, don't care. In the front yard, blah, blah, blah. It's just a lot of people talking about it. At least 5 tornadoes, along with a series of severe storms in central and west Oklahoma early Sunday, damaged at least 100 homes, tore down power lines and trees, and left at least 47,000 residents without power. One day, we're going to get that mobile podcast studio up and legit and running down the road, and we've got this idea that we want to load that thing up with water and supplies that people are going to find helpful in situations like this. Oklahoma's right up the street. So if we were prepared for this, we could do exactly that. Hold on a minute. Here comes Sky Viper. Matt, is that you?
It is I.
Good morning. How's Sky Viper today?
Oh, man, we got all kinds of stuff.
Okay. All right. Hit us with it.
All right. Good morning, Fort Worth. It's Captain Stubbs coming to you live in the Sky Viper 5000 with your morning traffic update. Starting off on I-30, we got a real standstill. Apparently, there's a avocado truck that's humped over.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. There's avocados all over the place. So if you need to gank some avocados and make some toast, have you a nice breakfast, I suggest you do that. Pull on over and make you some toast.
Love me some avocado toast.
Yes, sir. 121, it sucks. It's like they're running the Fast and Furious over there. People cutting in and out at the merge. So maybe just pull over and do some Zen meditating. I don't know if you're into that. Yeah,
some mindfulness, some breathing exercises.
Breathe in and breathe out. Yes.
Okay.
And then 8:20, you got your usual chaos, but it's good news for if you're into coffee and stuff, because apparently a coffee truck spilled coffee all over Roof Snow. So you got all kinds of breakfast out there if you want to take your time into work.
Avocados, coffee, voter ballots. What's going on out there, Stubbs?
I don't know. It's like something's going to happen tomorrow, right?
Yeah, something is definitely going to happen tomorrow.
Well, that's this morning's Fort Worth.
Excellent. Sky Viper flying okay?
Yeah. Hold on, baby. Hold on.
Well, you and Candy need to calm it down.
Oh, hold on. I'm doing the traffic report, man.
We're going to give you Candy some privacy. Thank you, Mr. Stubbs.
You're welcome, sir. You have a wonderful day, and this is Captain Stubbs signing off. Sky Viper 5000, wishing you a smooth day.
All right. Thank you, Stubbs. We'll see you tomorrow. That is Matt Stubbs. He's not a direct affiliate of the program, more of a contractor, really. We do not stand by or support any of the crazy claims that he makes, now or ever. All right. Let's get Sky Viper out of here. Since we're on it, let's see. We got Sam Esquivel, who has been kind enough to provide us with all sorts of great inspirational talks every morning, and I didn't get one from him today, So I just hopped on over to his Instagram. You can find him at _failed_podcast for all of this information. He has a great local podcast that investigates people's story through the lens of failure. You can find that on all your streaming services, just like the Fort Worth Roots podcast. Here we go.
A lot of us feel unseen in whatever creative endeavor we are seeking, and that can be hard. We're all thinking or looking for that one person who's going to put us on, and we're saying, they're there. Why can't they put me on? Why can't they throw me a bone? And they don't. But that causes us to ignore all the people that are supporting us. And if you put them all together, that's the person that's stepping up for you. That's the person that's putting you on. So just don't worry about the one. Look at the whole picture and everyone that's supporting you in whatever you're doing. Y'all have a good day. Keep it going.
All right, Sam, thank you, my brother. He might be surprised when he tunes in and hears his own voice on the show today, but we appreciate you sending in those motivational talks every morning, and I hope you're doing all right today. Today in history, back in 2008, United States presidential election was the 56th quadrennial presidential election held on Tuesday, November 4th, 2008, for Barack Obama. On this day in history, credited as our first black president. And let's see here. There was all sorts of shenanigans going on back in the day. Early campaigning focused heavily on the Iraq War and Bush's unpopularity. McCain supported the war as well as troop surge that had begun in 2007, while Obama strongly opposed the war. Bush endorsed McCain, but the two did not campaign together, and Bush did not appear in person at the 2008 Republican National Convention. So anyway, 8 years with Obama. And tomorrow, I believe, if it doesn't take forever for them to count all the hanging chads and whatnot, we will know who our next president is for the upcoming 4 years. So, looking forward to that. I would really love to tell you people, and I guess I will since I'm sitting here behind the microphone, that since 1977, and I was trying to find an article online that would highlight this, but since 1977, the United States has been in a state of economic decline. I'm almost 40 years old, and I can remember Mom staying at the house and Dad going to work. And this was kind of the case for most of the kiddos in my neighborhood. The economy could support that. But nowadays, fast forward 2024, most of us have 2 jobs, and it's a different world. Nobody's staying home to watch the kids. We've all got to get out there and work. Does not matter so much who you vote for, because the economy is going to continue to fall apart. So please remember that these presidents, these elected officials, haven't done anything, Republican, Democrat, to help us blue-collar worker people out. And the only reason I'm bringing that up is because I see people getting so mad, tearing yard signs out of people's front yards and getting misdemeanor charges. And I mean, we just lose our minds when it comes to talking politics. But, man, these are your neighbors. Try to find some middle ground. If you sit down and talk to these people running around in hats that represent the candidate you're not voting for, if you sat down and talked to them, you'd find out that we're all pretty similar in our beliefs. We all want pretty much the same thing. 2008, Barack Obama, 8 years. All right, moving on. Birthdays. We got 2 good ones today. November 4th is the birthday of actor Matthew McConaughey. He was born in 1969, making him 55 today. And get ready for this one. November 5th is also Puff Daddy P. Diddy Combs, also born in 1969, American rapper and record producer, among other things. Onward. Let's get into some Fort Worth news here. Let's see, where are we? Okay. Oh, this is a big one. I was with Megan for a orthodontist appointment, and we were walking by this office, and inside of it's just all this really, ornate designs. I mean, just really cool stuff inside this beautiful office space. And so I looked it up, and I wanted to find out what this company was. And these guys have built architectural stuff here in the city of Fort Worth for a very long time. And I thought that was really cool. And I planned on reaching out to these guys and getting them on for an episode to talk about Fort Worth and some of the architecture that they helped build over the years. This probably isn't a great time to reach out to them. Famed Fort Worth architect Komatsu dies at 97. This is published November 1st, 2024. Albert Komatsu, founder of the architecture firm that bears his name and famed for his work on mid-century modern architecture around the city and civic projects such as the Japanese Garden at the Fort Worth Botanic Garden, has died at 97. Komatsu founded the firm in 1959, and his still operational company is known for everything from small homes and historic courthouses to the serene landmark that is the Japanese Garden at Fort Worth Botanic Garden. The firm, now under the leadership of his son, Carl Komatsu, has designed or managed more than 1,200 projects. Let's see who is quoting here. Fort Worth Mayor Mike Moncrief. He left landmarks around the city not just for what he did, but for the kind of man he was, said former Fort Worth Mayor Mike Moncrief, a longtime friend. All right. Cool stuff here. Albert Komatsu was born in Portland, Oregon in 1926, the son of Hisakichi Komatsu, a Japanese immigrant who worked for the Spokane-Seattle Railroad. As part of the internment of people of Japanese heritage during World War II, Komatsu's family was sent to a camp in Idaho in 1942. Albert eventually enlisted in the United States Army. Because of his strong mathematical skills, he was assigned to an engineering group, according to a video Komatsu made with the Fort Worth Japanese Society. After the war, he attended the University of Minnesota on the GI Bill, earning a degree in architecture. Along with many Fort Worth commercial and civic projects, such as the Sanctuary at St. Stephen Presbyterian Church, Summit Office Park, Fire Station Number 8, the I think that's a typo. It says YWCA of Fort Worth, and the original master plan of the University of Texas at Arlington campus. Komatsu also designed several mid-century modern homes. All right. Well, to the Komatsu family, sorry for your loss. Sounds like an amazing legacy. Incredible man. All right. Almost half of Texas registered voters have already cast their ballots. Thought this was pretty interesting. With all the rhetoric I'm seeing around town and people talking about it, I thought this would be record-breaking, but it doesn't look like, as far as national turnout or the state of Texas, that we're breaking any records. But for our area, more than 8.9 million Texans cast their ballots either in person or by mail before Election Day on November 5th. There are 18,623,000 registered voters in Texas, according to the Secretary of State's office. About 48% voted early. Voter enthusiasm is pretty high, said some guy from SMU. This year's early voting turnout won't shatter 2020's record when 9.7 million people, about 57% of registered voters, cast ballots early. The 2020 record will be difficult to break. To mitigate the spread of COVID-19, the state extended the voting window to 18 days and made it easier for more people to vote by mail. Okay, so there you go. We're not going to break records because it was easier to vote during COVID. Let's see here. Moving on. There's that Oklahoma stuff. Severe. 11 injured after heavy rain and tornadoes. Thousands left without power currently. Let's see here. Yep, that's more on Oklahoma. Here we go. All right. Shenzhou 19 spacecraft arrives at Tiangong for crew rotation. I had to throw myself on the sword last week because I did not know that Chinese had their own space station. Apparently, our UN-operated International Space Station didn't want them to be part of our operations on that space station. So China said, okay, we'll build our own. And then they did. So that's pretty crazy. Definitely worth noting. Love it. Hey, we've got a call in. This was an email calling from our buddy Greg with the movie Mutant. Let's see. I don't know what that's about. Let's get that out of here. Okay, here we go. Here's Greg.
Hey, this Wednesday is Weird Wednesday at Southside Preservation Hall. Doors open at 5 p.m. for a night market featuring over 40 vendors selling everything from vinyl records to handmade goods. The big show starts at 8 p.m. Step into the chapel where you can watch a secret movie screening of a weirdo western. We've got food vendors on site, including popcorn and candy, plus it's BYOB and the parking's free. Visit fwcinema.org to get more information and RSVP for Weird Wednesday.
Weird Wednesday, put on by our buddy Greg with the movie Mutant. Greg, that was a great promo. I love it. We need to talk. I need a promo like that. That's cool. A little bit more on Asheville since it's just really heavy on my mind. And I was looking for organizations this morning before we went live with the recording because I really want to find some way that we can help. And now it looks like our neighbors to the north of us are needing some help after these tornadoes ran through and just devastated their community. So I had to stop what I was doing and watch a few TikTok videos just to kind of calm myself down. I was getting really worked up. It sucks. It sucks that we're not taking care of our neighbors. They need us. They need us very badly. Up there in Asheville, it's unbelievable how much damage happened up there. I mean, roadways, bridges just washed away. The entire infrastructure just gone. There were signs all up and down the highway, those digital marquees telling people you cannot access Tennessee from I-40, which is the roadway that we were on. And looking at the maps later, just kind of plotting around, looking at the state, I was trying to figure out like which ways go to what cities. Anyway, just playing around on my phone. We had a lot of time at the airport. And if you look at that section of I-40 leading up to Tennessee from Asheville, it's just gone. And it's just road closures for 100 miles. It's nuts. So anyway, Fort Worth has done an incredible job of reaching out to communities that need help. Our fire stations, our firehouses, over 40 of them, we're all collecting donations. And I checked this morning, and it looks like they wrapped that up because, at some point they got to put all this stuff on trucks and ship it up there. So it looks like for now, and I'll get better clarification on this before tomorrow, but it looks like the fire stations are not currently taking Asheville donations. But these folks need everything. I mean, their houses were washed away. So clothes, food, money. So anyway, pretty heavy this morning. But keep it positive, keep it light. Just don't forget that as rough as your day is, somebody else is struggling too. So try to lean forward in that saddle. I think I got everything covered today, folks. We did weather. We did National Day of, Today in History. We did some local news and some world news. Yep, and we got all our emails out. Thank y'all so much for listening to today's episode. If you have any events, we need your help. If you're putting on a market, if you've got a charity thing going on, if you've got an anniversary and you just want to surprise somebody by getting their name on the show, or a birthday, whatever it is, you can take an audio file like our buddy Greg did there. It was amazing. It was best promo we've played on the show so far. You can do that. Just take your audio recorder from your phone, make a quick message, and then email it over to media@fortworthroots.com. If you're a little bit shy, because some people are, you can just type it out and send it to me, and I'll read it myself. It's better if you record it. It hits harder. Like Greg's promotional right there. Really good job, Greg. All right, folks, that is it for today. We have co-hosts scheduled all week. We had one scheduled today too, but 7 a.m. comes early, doesn't it? All right, guys, gals, as you move through today, I hope that you will choose love and gratitude every chance you get. Until tomorrow morning, good day.